So Farage is going to be the next PM, apparently. A recent report showed Reform are projected to be the biggest party by far. Labour and the Tories are at their lowest approval ratings ever. Everyone else is losing their minds about Farage. They're completely missing what this actually means for them. I'm about to show you something that's going to upset you, because while you've been watching all of the political circus that's going on right now, there's been massive transfer of wealth happening right under your nose, and you're on the wrong side of it. You know what really winds me up? Everyone's treating this like it's just another cycle. Farage to be the next PM, Labour failing, Tories are finished. Look, you're missing the point entirely. You're sitting there worried about politicians who don't even know that you exist, while the cost of living goes through the roof and your job becomes less secure every single month. You're arguing about left versus right, while the people that actually understand what's going on right now, they're making real moves. And here's what I figured out after watching all of this stuff for years. Political chaos isn't your problem. It's your opportunity. But only if you stop being a spectator and start thinking like someone who doesn't need politicians to save them. I was exactly like you a few years ago, glued to the news, getting angry about things that I couldn't control, waiting for the right government to fix everything for me. And you know where that got me? Absolutely nowhere. Still broke, still worried about bills, still one redundancy away from being absolutely screwed. Then something clicked. I started paying attention to different things. Not what the politicians are saying, but what was actually happening to money, jobs and opportunities. I saw that every time there's major political uncertainty, Brexit, pandemics, tax hikes, now this reform surge, the same thing happens. Traditional jobs become less reliable. Companies freeze hiring, governments change policies and use fear to change laws and bring about new controls. Entire sectors get turned upside down. But people still do nothing. They sit there consuming news, getting anxious, angry or upset, waiting for someone else to come along and fix it. What you should be doing is using this to start building things that work regardless of who's in charge. More millionaires and billionaires are created in times like these. People who understand this clean up. My mate James figured this out during the last pandemic, where everyone was watching press conferences and arguing about lockdowns. He started teaching Excel online. Sounds boring, right? He made £43,000 teaching spreadsheets to people working from home. 43 grand. Teaching Excel. He even tried to tell people what he was doing to help them do the same. You know what they said? Oh, I don't have the time. I'm too stressed. It won't work. Too stressed to make money, but not too stressed to spend 3 hours a day reading political news and getting stressed online. I'm going to be brutal with you for a minute. You think the Reform Party or Nigel Farage is the story? It's not. The story's traditional politics is broken, traditional employment is broken, and if you're still dependent on either to secure your future, you're in trouble. And you know what's happening right now while you're watching this? Someone's building a business that actually works. Whether Starmer wins, or Farage wins, or bloody Rishi comes back. Someone's learning the skills that are valuable in Birmingham, Berlin, or Bangkok. Someone's creating income that doesn't give a toss about UK politics. And you're still here consuming content about what might happen instead of building what you can control. You're worried about reform's impact on the economy instead of making yourself economy proof. You're more concerned about who's going to be PM than whether you'll be able to pay next month's rent without stressing. Right, here's what I wish someone told me when I was stuck in this cycle. Political uncertainty isn't something to survive, it's something to use. When everything's changing, people pay more for certainty. When systems are unreliable, they value independence. When jobs are insecure, they invest in skills. And that's why we built Property School. Property School is a global online platform that teaches people like you how to invest in property, build passive income and generational wealth, so that you're protected from this uncertainty, so that you are one of the ones who cleans up in times like these. We've got hundreds of hours of courses, resources and masterclasses taught by the UK's top property investors and trainers from Progressive Property, the UK's biggest property training company, training thousands of people over the last 20 years. We've got content on all the different strategies: BRRR, SA, deal packaging, HMO, commercial conversions, no money down. It's all in there. We show you how to invest even if you don't have thousands saved. Because money isn't the barrier. knowledge is. Learning how to do no money down deals is the secret that you can unlock inside Property School. You'll also get access to our private community of thousands of people making this stuff work right now. You can join for less than 50p a day, which is less than a coffee a week. So I'm going to invite you now to type in to any browser, property.school/go. Go to any browser and type that in right now, property.school/go. Click join, do it right now. There's no risk because it's cancel anytime. We're not locking you into any ongoing contracts. We've got members who have managed to replace their entire income in just a few months. That could be you. All you have to do is take the action and go to property.school/go. And when the next political crisis hits, because there will be one, you'll be watching from a position of strength instead of anxiety. Look, Reform might win. They might not. Labour might rescue their current position. They might not. The Tories might disappear completely. Honestly, at this point, who knows? But I know this. Your financial security is too important to let it depend on them. Your future is too valuable to leave in the hands of politicians. Politicians who change their mind every 5 minutes based on the latest polling data, and who never deliver for us anyway. So the question isn't who you're voting for. The question is, what are you building that works regardless of who wins? If that makes sense to you, come check us out at property.school/go, and I'll see you inside.